Welcome to this deep dive into 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, a book by Yuval Noah Harari that focuses on the present. In an age of information overload, where global crises, technological advancements, and political turbulence shape our daily lives, how do we navigate uncertainty? What lessons do we need to master to thrive in the 21st century? Join me in this exploration of the critical themes Harari presents, spanning technology, politics, truth, and personal resilience. And remember, for those eager to take action and reflect, check the pinned comment for a special 12-week transformation journal filled with affirmations and realizations. We were told to study hard, get a degree, and find a stable career. But what happens when artificial intelligence and automation redefine what it means to work? By 2050, millions of jobs could vanish. Truck drivers, doctors, and even musicians may find themselves replaced by sophisticated algorithms. Have you ever relied on Google Maps instead of your own sense of direction? Just as we trust AI for navigation, we'll soon trust it for medical diagnoses, legal consultations, and even artistic creation. If AI can do it faster and better, what remains for us? The key is to cultivate creativity, emotional intelligence, and adaptability, skills machines struggle to replicate. The digital world is a paradox. It connects us, yet it exposes us. We freely share our locations, thoughts, and preferences online, often unaware that big data algorithms predict our desires before we even recognize them. You're debating whether to take a vacation. A moment later, your phone shows an ad for flights. Your smartwatch detects an increase in stress levels and suggests meditation music before you even realize you're anxious. AI doesn't just track us, it hacks us. Instead of blindly accepting technology, practice mindful digital habits. Control what you share, question why certain content is being shown to you, and reclaim your autonomy in an era of surveillance capitalism. Fake news spreads 6 times faster than the truth. Why? Because humans think in stories, not statistics. We are wired to trust narratives that confirm our existing beliefs rather than challenge them. If an AI can generate a deepfake video making a politician appear to say something they never did, how do we distinguish fact from fiction? Learn to question information, identify biases, and cross-check sources. In an age where algorithms manipulate emotions, skepticism is your best defense. Nationalism promises identity and security. Yet the biggest challenges we face, climate change, pandemics, cyber warfare, require global cooperation. Countries build walls, yet problems like COVID-19 don't recognize borders. Politicians preach America first or India first, but the internet makes information borderless. Rather than retreating into tribalism, develop a global mindset. Support policies that emphasize collaboration over division. Throughout history, migration has been the backbone of progress. Yet today, immigration policies are among the most divisive topics in politics. What happens when climate change displaces millions? How do we balance national security with humanitarian responsibility? The challenge is not whether immigration should happen, but how societies can integrate newcomers while preserving cultural identity. Empathy is key. Schools were designed in the industrial age to produce factory workers, not critical thinkers. But in a world of AI and automation, what should we be teaching? Learning how to learn matters more than memorizing facts. The ability to reinvent oneself will be the most valuable skill. Become a lifelong learner. Instead of relying on formal degrees, cultivate curiosity and adaptability. In the past, religion and nationalism gave people purpose. Today, many struggle to find meaning in an increasingly secular and uncertain world. What story do you choose to believe about your own life? Rather than searching for an external purpose, focus on self-awareness and contribution. Meaning isn't given, it's created. Harari himself practices vipassana meditation, a technique that trains the mind to observe thoughts without attachment. What if instead of reacting impulsively, you simply watched your emotions like passing clouds? What if mastering focus was your greatest competitive advantage? Train yourself to observe rather than react. The ability to manage your mind will be more valuable than any technological advancement. The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence is only one aspect of our ever-changing landscape. Consider the increasing integration of AI into daily life. What happens when AI not only suggests movies or books, but also helps make critical life decisions? What if AI starts dictating our financial choices, political preferences, and even our relationships? Algorithms already influence our consumption habits, what we buy, where we travel, and what content we engage with. Will there come a time when they predict our personal aspirations before we even consciously formulate them? The question is not whether AI will play a role in decision making, but to what extent we will allow it to shape our identity and autonomy. As the power of AI and big data increases, so too does the necessity for ethical considerations. The balance between progress and privacy is delicate. At what point does convenience become control? Consider biometric surveillance and how governments and corporations utilize personal data. When does data collection cease to be beneficial and become an invasion of personal freedom? The social contract between citizens and technology providers must evolve, requiring greater transparency, accountability, and awareness. Without digital literacy and regulatory measures, people risk becoming passive participants in a data-driven society where choices are subtly directed rather than independently made. With the shift toward automation, the role of human labor will continue to change. Traditional career trajectories will give way to flexible, multidisciplinary roles. Instead of defining success by job titles, individuals will need to embrace adaptability as a core skill. The gig economy is a sign of this transition. Short-term, specialized work increasingly replaces long-term employment structures. Is this a future we are prepared for? Are education systems evolving fast enough to equip students for jobs that do not yet exist? The redefinition of success in a digitized world will require people to prioritize skills over titles, experiences over degrees, and lifelong adaptability over rigid expertise. This era of disruption calls for deeper self-awareness. In a time when external distractions compete for attention at every moment, the ability to pause, reflect, and align with one's values becomes revolutionary. The power of observation, whether through mindfulness, philosophy, or introspective inquiry, is what will distinguish those who thrive in uncertainty from those who are overwhelmed by it. Mental resilience is no longer a luxury, but a necessity in navigating the noise of the modern world. In an age where AI, automation, and misinformation redefine our world, our best defense is awareness, adaptability, and personal agency. You have the power to shape your own narrative, so what story will you tell? And don't forget to check out the 12-week transformation journal in the pinned comment. Take action, reflect, and begin your journey toward clarity in the chaos. Thank you for listening.